everybody. Once again, we return. It's time again for Starfinder. Ark will be running late, so when he pops in and you see the cameras go haywire, just relax. We'll fix it. Which actually I don't think we need to fix too much because...
Or yell at Rin, because that's funny.
Yeah, that's what they normally do. They're like, everything's broken. It's like, yes, thank you, tech. So, hi, we're here. Our sponsor, Grinding Coffee Co. For all your grinding coffee needs. Our code, PartyWipeGames, gets you 10% of a discount. Get some coffee. It's delicious. Otherwise, I'm just going to hand it over to Felix because we're running 45 minutes late. So let's get it moving.
Sure. One quick little thing. We might get to this week. We're running a bit late, so maybe not. But there is a moment coming up that I will bring this up when it gets closer. Just trigger warning, there will be a discussion of suicide. Just a heads up.
Okay, trigger warning.
I just wanted to bring that up earlier in case someone's squeamish about that. I'll bring it up later as well.
No, that's fine. Always include content warnings.
Absolutely. Anyways, so we are. Let me just check everything. Okay, good. It's all here. Last we left off, the group decided to take a spacewalk out of the ship to head down to the engineering deck and do a hard reset of the emergency lockdown to get to Jackson and also to the communications equipment in the command nest. Before they did that, they did a run to the armory to pick up weapons for the survivors, and they found Captain Tully, a injured human who had been infected and had been sort of clumsily trying to treat himself while slowly dying due to blood loss and infection, and also just a normal everyday infection. You rescued him, brought him back. He's under quarantine, and you all decided to head out to try to, contact the outside world and get a rescue, because the only ship you have isn't capable of traveling between stars. Doing the spacewalk, you came across a nest of void bats. These are territorial radiation feeders. They sort of bask in starlight or sunlight, and absorb stellar radiation. They also don't like being fucked with. And to go around them would take hours because it's very, very hard to actually move in 0G. And they started to attack the party. After the party threw a flashbang inside their nest and stunned all of them. They all rolled really bad on their fortitude saves. So we're going to start at the top of the round with Kasumi. I'm not sure if this is quite correct, but I don't care. Kasumi, you're up.
I think I was first, so...
Beautiful, yeah. Ahead of you, you see the 3 void bats. They've recovered from their stun and are moving towards you. One of them is flying away. One of them is leaving because it's very injured.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
I'm going to... I almost said the typo name. I am going to gesture for Buddy One to lock onto the fleeing bat, and we're gonna take shot at it. And
sure. The fleeing bat?
Yeah, you said one was getting ready to leave, right?
Yeah, I'm just surprised you're attacking the one that's flying away.
I still work on this station, so
that's true. That's fair.
It's like this is pest control.
It's like, look, if these guests go home, we still have to deal with this crap.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, holy apparently these new sheets, we also got new character sheets. They're much easier to work with. Yep. Yeah, that
12 damage.
That destroys it. It's dead.
Alright.
It had 2 hit points left.
Awesome.
Yeah, so you just blow like this thing's weird head off. These things, just for a description, they're like kind of like this weird long. They have like these weird bat-like wings with a little kind of claws, like 3 talon claws, and their face opens up to like this weird solar cell looking thing. That's how they feed, and you just destroy that weird head of theirs, and it just kind of goes like floats off endlessly unto the void. Shots, you're up. One of these void bats just straight up got slaughtered. There are 3 of them still left, still attacking your group.
Kasumi still has a shot.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I forgot. You have a robot and
I also
yourself.
shoot. Yeah, I don't shoot that well. The robot does.
Yeah.
Sumi will line up on a new target because that one's
Oh,
dead.
I actually noticed while going through your sheet, you didn't add in your bonuses to your weapon, so you actually roll a bit better.
Oh, that's good. Because I didn't know I needed to do that. 15.
That hits.
That did not include my weapon, though. Interesting.
Oh, weird. Maybe I got that wrong.
The other one was right.
It's 1d4, I believe.
I'll have to pull up the let's see, Starfinder sheet or SRD.
Attacks, attack details. Oh, no, it's 1d4. It's 1d4 plus 3 for you. So I just roll 1d4, add 3.
4.
4? Yeah, there we 4 damage. Maybe these sheets aren't
you
as
know
good.
what? I hit the wrong button. That's why that didn't work.
There I do.
So let's see.
That's
Just to test it to make sure that worked. Yeah, okay.
You fire.
Of course, now that one rolls better.
Yeah, there we go. You fire at this thing. It gets injured. It's looking a little trepidatious at this point. It's starting to it kind of hits the you shoot it, kind of spirals a bit and hits the station before it's kind of looking around, and it looks frightened, but it keeps moving towards you. Shot. It is your turn.
All right. So there's how many more?
There's 3 of them left.
See, and I still have, I think, 3 biohacks. I think I will just take a shot at, I guess whichever one I can get in range, because it's.
They're all pretty. They're all pretty close in range. They're all in range. I'll say this is a fairly introductory combat to 0G.
Alright, yeah, I'll just take a shot at it, the one in the middle of the 3 left.
Sure thing. I'll literally do the one in the middle of the sheets. So yeah.
Yeah, max damage.
Unfortunately, 12 misses. These things are no longer stunned, and so their AC has gone up.
All right, well, see you.
So yeah, you fire at this one. I'll say you fire at the one that was injured. It's sort of in the middle, and it's going to fly up and attack you finally. Actually, is it going to attack you, or is it trying to do something else? No, it's just going to attack you. I won't be mean. If I do this and you guys roll bad, you would be dead. So that's not fun. Yet. So that is a 17 to hit. Beautiful.
I think you got all that armor.
Oh no. That's an 8. It's 8 damage. It's maximum damage from this thing.
Why are we all rolling max?
I don't
change.
know. Yeah, so this thing comes down and these things don't have to hunt, so it just kind of throws itself at you and hits you right in the chest. It's about your size, and it hurts. You take 8 damage. It is Glint's turn. I should open up his character sheet because I am technically playing Glint right now. He says something in that robotic voice, which I cannot do because I don't have that. I don't know how to do that.
Someday.
Actually,
it's cool.
Someday.
Yeah, it's a cheap program and very cool to tweak.
I'll have to look at it. It's a character that I want to play in this game. Eventually, that will have a voice like that. Anyways, he's going to shoot it. He's going to shoot at the one that attacked or the good doctor. Submit. That hits. And does 3 damage. That is
sweet, almost dead.
It gets hit and shrieks and looks hurt. Looks pretty fucked up, that one. One of the wood bats is going to attack. I'm going to go for a Jisoo. Actually, not. I'll roll. See which one it goes towards. It is a Jisoo, but it misses. I'm pretty sure the 14 KAC.
Yeah, misses.
Yeah. So this thing like just kind of like tries to body check you and misses. But it's your turn. This thing is now within melee range.
There's also one on shots.
Yep.
There's one that hit shots as well. Yes. And you could easily get over to it. Actually,
I'm almost dead.
I will say, because you're in 0G, if you can make an acrobatics check or an athletics or acrobatics, I'll give you both, either or, to get over to him. You could get over to him. However, since you're if you don't make that check, you will not be able to get him this round. And next round, you could with your movement. So your movement is currently cut in half.
14.
14. That is not high enough for the check. And you begin to slowly move over, but it's weird moving in 0G. It's nothing. You can't run. And if you let go at the wrong time, you sort of to float off, and you have to pull back on your rope back down, your cord back to the thing. It's very strange and new to move around in it.
I'm gonna ignore the one on me and shoot
Sure.
the one on shots.
Absolutely.
I miss.
Give me 1 second. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Boo. Unfortunately, that 8 is not high enough to hit these things. The last Void Bat is going to go towards, let's see, Glint or... Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Glint or, Kasumi. It's going first Kasumi.
Yay.
And rolls an 18 altogether.
Yep. I have no armor. How's that armor working out, Kasumi?
It rolled...
Next
So this
damage.
die...
Wait,
this
hang
roll...
on,
This...
hang
Oh,
on, hang
yeah.
on, hang on.
Yes.
I do have mobility.
What does mobility do?
Mobility lets me get a defense against moving against provoking threatened squares, and my AC goes up against provoking threatened squares, and I also have an increased move speed, I think.
Oh, you would have increased move speed. Yeah, you have
No,
move speed of 40.
It's fleet is increased move speed.
Yeah, you do have a speed of 40, though, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to, since it's a little abstract, I'm going to roll a d20. If you get above I would say above a 13 is someone's d20 roll, he's close enough for you to have tact, and then we can redo that. We can redo your turn there. I'll let you do that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you got close. You got close enough. You can punch this thing instead of shooting at it.
Cool. I'm gonna take out the knife and I'll stay.
Or the knife.
You know what? I'll punch it.
Sure. I believe that's a one. What is a punch? Starfinder.
I don't know. I don't have it entered, so just
Unarmed. It's a 1d3.
well,
So just roll your
19 plus whatever.
yeah, it's
1d3
Then-
plus.
I'm going to say, since you're like a dex build and you're pretty much built around unarmed. I'll you do dexterity because I'm fuck it. There's no melee weapons in this game that lets you use dexterity but a knife. So so yeah,
6.
ooh, that is rough for this thing.
I mostly
Oh,
just
no.
want to get its attention.
Oh no, you punch a hole in his brain.
Oh, cool. Okay.
He had 4 hit points left, and you just fucking you break a lot of its weird. It doesn't have bones, doesn't need bones. It's like a weird bunch of fluid bladders that you just pop this thing, it starts leaking fluid and just it gets hooked on shots for a second. You're covered in this weird void bat goo.
I feel kind of bad for these things. And then I'll use my bonus action to designate shots as a
Ward, I believe it is.
that, whatever it is.
don't feel bad about none of this. Kill them all. That one almost killed me.
It did.
The woe
Fair
of a 2 HP racial bonus.
Yeah, you're this tiny little rat boy.
Yeah, I am like 2 feet of anger and sarcasm, and
Yeah. Kasumi, you took 8 damage by the way from that one hit.
Thank you.
Smash
Yeah,
into
was-
you. Yeah, no problem.
It goes into the fatigue first, right?
It goes into stamina points first, and then it drains your health afterwards.
I'm in danger. So stamina points are 0, and I am down to 8 HP.
Yeah.
out of what?
10.
Oh, they're fine. Oh, look, I'm
Yeah,
down
you're
to
fine.
7 out of 8. Okay.
No, I'm still good. It just obliterated my stamina points.
Yeah. Things are tough. But you guys fucking stunned them, so you guys are good. Kasumi. It is your turn.
Oh, back to me. All right.
Back to you. Back top of the round.
We're gonna turn our guns onto the one that hurt me.
Absolutely. That is, what about number 4?
So I will shoot first, and then Buddy will shoot. Pew! 21 for 5.
Yeah, that hits. That's a bit of damage. These things don't have a whole lot of health.
And then Buddy will turn to melt mode. Pew! 22 for 9. Wow, I wasn't getting
9 damage. Okay. That one, I'll just tell you, begins to flee. On its turn, it will attempt to flee you. Shots. There's one that is dead around you, and she got floating there, and it got kind of like, sort of like stuck on you for a second. You have this weird, like 2-foot long corpse of a weird fucking space bat.
See, like the little shimmer of the second skin. He's just like, like trying to brush himself off with it.
Do you wear your lab coat outside of your spacesuit, or all?
His lab coat is his lab coat is the second skin armor.
Oh, I fucking love that.
He just fashioned it to look like his lab coat, so it always. Oh, he's just always prepared. It's like, no, it's because I'm always armored. That's why I don't having some asshole.
He's
shoot
very
me.
professional. He's just like paranoid as shit. Like someone's gonna stab me in the fucking kidneys if I take this off.
These
Anyways, it's
people
your
really
turn.
hate. These people out here really hate parasitic infection cures. So this is for my safety, not just because I look professional. But seeing the one like turning the flea after getting absolutely lit up, he's just gonna turn and fire at that one.
And the one from running away, not the okay.
He's just like, yeah, get out of here, you coward. Of course I roll low, that's fine.
You roll a 6, so that is unfortunately not going to work. Boom! You fire. It is Glint's turn, and Glint is going to do glinty things. He's going to glint in the sunlight, and he's going to shoot it. Actually, no, he's not going to shoot it. Actually, I forgot he can do this. He's going to make a stealth roll. Then that is a success, and submit. That is a success. He does an additional D4. That's 9 damage. And he's going to shoot the one that isn't running away because that is, what you're supposed to do.
Oh yeah, you can turn on your apply trick attack to attacks under the basic attack thing.
Oh, sweet. Thank you. Look at that. Cool. Anyways, so that is his go. What he's doing, he fires at this thing. One of them is running away. I'm gonna make a roll for this guy, and they're not very smart, but I'm gonna see if he notices that all of his buddies are dead or fleeing. Okay. It is that one's turn, and it went to attack Jisoo, and I remembered now that it would have gone attack of opportunity, or maybe not. But anyways, it doesn't matter.
You can.
It's fine. It's going to start running away as well. I noticed that all of its brood mates, its like weird like nest is dead, and they're not smart animals, but they're smart enough to realize when they're outnumbered and it's time to abandon ship. And so that one begins to fly off. Do you guys continue to shoot at these things, or do you let them flee?
Pest control.
Okay.
Can't let them regroup.
Roll.
They'll be back and in greater
They're
numbers.
they're like they're as smart as raccoons, guys. They're not smart.
And so
Yeah,
what
you
do
know-
you,
and
what
you
do
know
you
how we
do with
keep a
raccoons
raccoon-
when they get in your trash cans?
You just get better trash cans.
Well, we don't have. We
are
can't. We
the
can't
better
make a
trash
better.
cans.
Yeah, it's like we are the better trash can.
All right, shoot them. Fucking roll some. Everyone can roll 2 range attacks and see if you can kill these things.
Of course, now it suddenly has a heart. There you go. 22 for 5 from Buddy.
From Buddy. There was a bit of a typo when he left it in there because it was funny.
No, it's still Buddy. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Sure. Okay. It hits. That hits. Shay, if you want to, you don't have to.
Missed.
Um.
And
That-
18 for 7.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. You fucking demolished these things.
Listen, I
Um,
work on this station. I know how much of a pest they are.
Yeah. You fire. Yeah. They sometimes they start they will make like nests on solar cells and solar panels because it's like, ooh, this feels like warmth, and that's what we like. And so you're able to kill them. They still have their weird nest. Again, it was made of like a weird regurgitation.
Yeah.
They just kind of like throw up the stuff and they like pat it down and make a nest out of it.
Mud
So they're these
daubers got
hardened.
it.
Hmm?
Their mud daubers got it.
Yeah, kind of. More like those weird birds that can like make their nest out of their own spit is sort of what I was thinking of. But yeah, mud daubers.
I'm gonna have Buddy just torch the nest too.
Sure thing. It takes a little bit of time. Sort of, it's pretty tough. It can survive in space. And space is fucking dangerous as shit. So you have to like cut it off, and so you just like are able. You take like probably 10 minutes just to like cut through like the bottom ring around it, and then just like push against it, and just goes kind of breaks off and begins to float into space.
Yeah.
That is the Void Bat fight. Hurrah!
Hurrah.
And you begin to once again make your way further down to one of the airlocks near the bottom, near the engineering station, engineering levels of the ship. You spot no more void bats or void bat nests, and eventually you come to the hatch. Rin Kasumi's key card that she probably has on her. I'll just say she does. Can unlock this. She's an engineer. She works down here. It is kind of what her job was as a mechanic. You're able to open up this airlock. It's pretty cramped. It's kind of designed for like one person in a suit to go out and do some repairs. So, but as you enter, and repressurizes, you hear one of the intercom systems trying kind of like spark into life, and you sort of very staticky, you can hear your names being called out.
Oh, looks like somebody's still alive down here.
Do you answer?
Yes, hello.
It's not something down there. It's actually Kanave from back in the atrium. Communications over like the hardwired. Turn Fastbot down. It's very loud for me. Give me a second. There we go. Over the hardwired intercom system is spotty, but it's more reliable than sort of long ranged wireless connections. In this current scenario, and you hear say, hello, just a bit of... I was speaking with Captain Tully, and he mentioned something that doesn't make sense. Jackson said that, everyone in the command nest was dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if that's true, then Captain Tully should be the commander now. If the commander dies, the next person in sort of line of succession becomes the commander. So, like, a situation like this doesn't occur, or you have to go and do something crazy like this. But his credentials aren't updated, and the commander's vital signs are monitored by the system. So if they die, it's passed on immediately. So it means he's still alive.
Oh, that's good.
So the question is, why does Jackson tell us that he's dead? And if Jackson doesn't know he's dead, what is he doing?
I told you, I thought he was a saboteur.
Hopefully not. But we can't assume. We can't rule it out of the realm of possibility. Could be exactly that, but I would rather assume that it isn't.
Well, you assume that it isn't, and I will assume that it is. That way, one of us is right, and we'll be ready to deal with it.
You know, that's
know
fair.
what?
Cover all the bases.
That's a fair compromise. That way,
5 credits to whoever's the right one. How about that?
yeah.
So, I'd say it sounds a little bit morbid making a wager on that, but we just shot bats in space. It's really weird out here.
Sure.
Kanave say, I always thought that one had a good head on her shoulders. Anyway, so, I guess, good luck. Don't die, because you're our only hopes. And I guess just good luck in general, and a little sort of thing to think about.
Will do.
Very good.
We'll make sure we get this settled.
Yeah.
Stay safe, though.
Oh, I am staying far away from the barricades. I am currently in the back with the children. It's not better, but it's less life-threatening.
That's good.
Anyway, so yeah, the line cuts out, and your eyes are in the engineering station. As Glint will actually mention this. Actually, no, he didn't find this out. You all know that there is a weird, massive increase in weight down here. That is unaccounted for. Like several tons of something is suddenly where it's not supposed to be. How are you guys proceeding? You're in sort of this small maintenance area. There are some computers that Kasumi, you'd be familiar with, a lot of diagnostic computers try to figure out what's going on the station. You might want to use those.
Is there oxygen?
Yes, in this place there is oxygen. You enter through the airlock. There is a breathable atmosphere here, and there is artificial gravity, so you guys aren't floating right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll run that
Yep.
diagnostic.
Sure thing. Roll a
Computer.
computers check, and you have a pretty low DC because you know how to use the system and you're doing what it's supposed to do, and you already have access to it.
17.
Beautiful, excellent. You have 17. Looking through, you get some stuff you already know. The communication system is down. Long range communication system is completely fucked. There's extensive damage to one side of the station, which you know of. And then you know something strange is that the oxygen recycling system is completely shut down.
Oh.
But looking at the oxygen levels of the station, they are near. They're almost perfect for they're great.
For how long?
You have plenty of oxygen. There's like a good mix of nitrogen. It's perfect breathing in here.
Is it being produced, or is it?
Well, the levels are good for right now. How long is that going to last?
With that 17, you check like older logs, and there was a time before the oxygen recyclers were broken, and they had which is normal for a station, which isn't optimal. Like you can't get perfect breathing oxygen artificially. Like these haven't been able to. The levels you have, it's like you're on a planet. Not like you're on a space station. It's like you're on a planet that can produce it itself.
So with the
producing oxygen, you think?
With the diagnostic, yeah. Should I be concerned about oxygen levels? And more to the point, with Ijutsu's question, once we deal with these plants, are we suddenly going to be hurting for oxygen once they've been dealt with? Because plants normally do produce.
Yeah. Looking, if You could probably try to repair the oxygen systems.
Mhm.
However, so if once it's solved and whatever is doing this is gone, you will have probably like 5 days worth of air. Um,
Okay, so it's not an immediate.
so it's not an immediate issue. It is an issue. Um,
Can
but
I?
you oh
I'll say,
yes.
can I use my microlab, my little scanner, to see if like test out what would happen if we got rid of the plants? How bad would the oxygen drop? So they'll know, so they can know like how many days we'd have.
5 days.
Yeah,
We'd have five
yeah, you
days in
five, yeah,
reserve.
five days. Roll a medicine check. No, roll a life science check. Nope, physical,
Well,
physical. Let's do physical science for this. Roll a physical science check for me. Holy fucking shit. 26. So yeah, you like test the air. In this moment, there's present in the air microbacteria that shouldn't be here. It's not harmful. It's just what again, it's like you're on a planet that just has a natural like biome in the air.
so if we destroy this thing, we're destroying an ecosystem that could potentially kill us.
An invasive ecosystem is still an ecosystem, but it's dangerous.
Yeah.
So, um,
Well, so is
Yeah.
suffocating.
yes,
Yeah.
so I mean, this is something that needs to be dealt with. But it currently, it's providing the offsetted oxygen and recycling. So, I'll have to deal with this problem eventually.
I wonder if
Shots.
there's a way to.
Oh, go on.
I wonder if there's a way to confine it.
Okay. Shots. One thing you would know with that roll is that an introduction of a plant like this wouldn't provide the microbacterium. That's it. Again, it's weird. It's like you're on a connected to a larger ecosystem.
You know what?
One that can't be one that's to have something like this. You need enough space for this, and it's there's not been enough time for whatever for like a parasitic creature like this, like a plant like this, to produce that. Again, it's like you're connected or you're on a planet.
How common are spatial distortions?
Roll. This would be a
Or
physical
plagues?
science. Roll physical science.
I'm not good at that.
Are you trained in it?
No, but I'll.
Then you can only highest thing you can get is a 10.
Really?
Yes, that is yeah. If you roll above 10, it goes down to a 10.
Well, that's dumb. 15 to 10.
10. You're not sure if they are rare. They're not common. As a half elf, I will give you. There are things called the Ayudara, which were elf like sort of magic technology that were long range teleportation through sort of the stabilization of portals.
There is such a thing as portal magic. Maybe there's one that's opening a gateway to some planet somewhere that was opened up here.
That or
Maybe it's still open.
could be that. Could be someone brought something that could, maybe mimic a planetary ecosystem. Like they had some kind of experiment or something, and it went out of control. Because there's stuff here that the plants aren't making, and they shouldn't be here. It's like part of this is just on a planet, even though, and he's like motioning out this. We're not on a planet. It's very strange because all it tells me is that there's something here that's feeding it because it's trying to overtake, everything, and it can't currently, but it's trying. So something is keeping it going.
Even if it's getting nutrients from the zombified bodies. It has to get more material from somewhere else.
It can only get so much, and then it's turning the people into that, so then they're gonna need nutrients, and it's just gonna run out of a supply real quick. These things should be dropping like flies in the knot.
Which means that extra ton of matter somewhere is coming from there as well.
Could be the little portal thing you said. Could be what I think, where it's some machine that's producing this stuff and it's feeding it, and it just it blew up from there.
The material still has to come from somewhere.
Could be converting parts of the station, since this ain't exactly a whole thing anymore. Oh god, what if it's like nano machines breaking the station down to turn it, but it's like bioorganic stuff?
Well, I guess we'll just have to find out.
Yeah.
I think we should move, says Glint.
You're
Yeah,
right.
the longer we stay here, the longer we might end up.
Before we get going, the recyclers, is that something I can fix from this station, or do I need to go deeper in?
You would have to go. You don't. So this diagnostic just tells you this is what is wrong, not what is wrong with it.
Yeah.
So you'd have to go
I
to the
can't do it
recycling
here.
system.
Okay.
You can't do it from here. This is literally just like, hey, is everything doing okay? And
Yep.
so yeah.
I just wanted to mark that down so we don't come back here unnecessarily. So
Absolutely,
need to find
yeah.
where it is. Okay. So I'll
And
make
you
a note of
do
that.
know where it is. Like, you know where the recyclers are. It might not be your area of expertise, but you know exactly where they are.
As an engineer, I can fix most of the stuff on the ship.
Yeah,
It's-
absolutely. Yeah. It's just and if not, you could probably jury rig it to work until you can get off the station.
Yeah.
You open up the doors and step out into the engineering station, out into the engineering levels. The first thing you'll notice, it's very warm down here, which isn't unnatural. It's nearer to the reactor. It's also very wet. Like, the air is muggy, which is not normal. It's very dry down here usually.
Oh, I ain't liking this one bit.
Yeah.
This is the kind of stuff that happens when like when you leave bread out on a counter and it's real humid, gets all gross and everything, like mold.
I don't know why that was so funny to me. Oh. You begin to make your way through. You have to sort of get to like the main like engineering station, sort of run by the chief engineer of the station, which is sort of nearer to the reactor. You sort of have to descend a little bit further in. There are stairways. You also take elevators. Whether or not they're working is up to you guys to figure out. So yeah, do you guys try to like take an elevator or like, use an elevator shaft to get down, or do you guys want to just go down the stairs?
How many flights is it?
You would know from here. I'm going to roll. It's 2 levels down from where you are.
Stairs. Never take the elevator in an emergency.
Fair enough. That's a smart woman. You begin to head down, and second thing you notice as you sort of descend, like you hit the landing with the door that leads to like it's like water recycling. It's sort of the water system of the station. There's grass that is covering the stairs coming up from the reactor level, which is where the chief engineer's office is. Grass. There's just a grass covering, and you see vines, not the vines that attacked you, but just like normal creeping vines like you see in a forest. It's like curled up around the supports of the stairs. The place begins to smell kind of vaguely like a forest. Like you can smell trees and maybe some flowers in there, and leaves and grass and things like that. And as you continue to descend, you see insects like fireflies and dragonflies flittering about the station.
Well, I think we've found. This might be the source. Usually, the wildlife follows once it's had more time to establish itself. So, very likely, we're coming to the source of it. Everyone, be ready.
Yeah.
You guys, oh, go on.
I was just gonna start stalking more quietly and paying attention more, looking around.
Right. You guys can roll stealth checks if you so desire.
Good idea.
Ooh. That natural Yusoki sneakiness. Holy shit, Kasumi.
Yeah, and I need one for Buddy.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
There's buddies. Beautiful. The 17 perception check and really good stealth checks. You guys are able to keep quiet. And you're able to. You see the door to the reactor level is open. It's like this your classic sci-fi sliding door. It's kind of like on an angle a bit, like it was forced open. You're able to sneak inside. And Ijisu, you see this first. You see, first off, a bunch of bodies, like kind of like punched up in the fetal position, lying in or like standing in like these weird giant flower pods. And you can tell that these are the infected, and this is probably where they get brought back to. These flower pods are growing off of these massive woody, like almost like roots. And you see some of the vines like that attack you, like snaking up into like the ventilation shafts, and following water pipes further up. And they all kind of lead to this massive growth of wood. And just beyond that, you see this very bright glowing ring that looks like a tear in reality. And this thing is growing out of it into the station.
Portal magic.
Portal magic.
Called it.
Portal magic.
And
Explain it.
yeah, for Shots and Kasumi, this is starting to make sense. If there's a hole in reality, it's gonna fuck with some technology.
Yep.
That's a lot of to like maintain a the amount of energy it takes to maintain like a rip and tear in space time. It's a lot, and that's a lot of interference. So your issues are starting to make sense. But you see this thing. You also notice that it's pretty much grown over top of the door that leads to the chief engineer's office. You're gonna have to get this thing out of here in order to get to that office.
So, those zombified plant people, are they just dead?
You would know, talking to the locals, that if you don't burn them, the bodies get like grabbed by the vines and dragged away, and then you will sometimes see them come back. This is probably where they're regenerating.
But are they
Like,
still sentient
oh, right.
people, or are they drones of a plant?
You don't know. You don't know if they can be saved.
Know from whatever we can, so since we know we don't get the bodies for long before they either get torched or dragged off.
Yeah, you aren't sure either. You haven't really had the chance to study them very much because they've been highly aggressive, and most of your time has been spent like healing people, treating people for their wounds. You haven't had time to capture one and properly study it. Whether or not it is still sentient, you honestly don't know. You just won't have enough time to do enough studying to know that.
So I have kind of an idea maybe how to close the portal.
Well, how would we do that?
It's a long shot and strenuous, but I don't think this plant thing would be happy if I tried while it was on this side.
What was that?
These. Does it look like these? The thing that's overgrowing the door, is it? Are they like more vines and roots and stuff, or does it look like the main body of it is on the other side of the portal or this side?
Oh, okay, so the main body of this, it appears to be like a thing from the other side of this portal that has grown into your side.
Okay, so its main body is on the other side.
Yes, this appears to be an offshoot that has like grown inside of this place, which is strange. It's a plant, and plants generally grow towards nutrients. And like you said, there's not a lot of nutrients here. Like there's some in the people, but it's spending nutrients to create these zombies instead of like digesting them. So
There is. Do you think it's feeding off the reactor?
How close is the reactor from here?
the reactor, first off, the reactor is behind an intense amount of shielding. It has to be. It's a nuclear reactor, so there's a lot of radiation.
Yeah, but portals.
But if you're looking at it, it doesn't appear like part of it is inside of the reactor. It appears like it's outside of the reactor. It's on the reactor level.
Okay.
You could actually, if you head to the opposite, so you came down here, it's like there. If you head off kind of that way, you would head towards the reactor. So it's actually not that close to the reactor.
Okay, so
Potentially, but unlikely.
which means that someone or something had to coax it into this part.
Could still be your sabotage theory.
Yeah. I think we should have some questions with someone once we solve this.
There's a lot of possibilities, and I don't like any one of them, especially given that it's a parasite. It might have infected somebody who had the technology, and they happen to be here and let it loose.
Do we need to... looking through the portal from where we're at, am I able to get a sense of what kind of planet it might be coming from?
Roll another perception check, just specifically for try to see through there. So it's
24.
24. You get a little bit closer, careful not to touch any of its main growth. Peering through, it's definitely one that is breathable, and you're starting to understand why this place has so much oxygen. There's a planet on the other side. There's a place with air that's just flowing through. And also starting to understand why it's so muggy. There's probably a natural water source nearby. This plant. The 24, looking through, you can tell that this is a root of a giant tree. You can't see a whole lot. You'll have to start to climb it and look to get a better look, but this thing's part of a tree.
So we need
Yeah,
to
if you want to take the risk, you could definitely try to go see it.
look into severing that route. At least that'll solve the immediate problem and figure out how to close the portal.
If this tree is sentient, do you think we can talk to it?
I don't personally have that ability.
Glint shrugs.
My priority is keeping the thing that's zombifying my friends and coworkers, is keeping it from being able to do that. I'm not really here to find out what it wants or why it's zombifying my friends and coworkers. I just need it to stop and to go back to where it came from.
Okay. Are you able to get to the reactor from where we are, or do you think we have to get rid of this first? Or I guess question to
Yeah.
you,
Well,
Yeah.
you pose the question to me, and then I redirect it to Felix.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
that.
like,
Yeah.
It's like, can I?
Kasumi begins to say, yes, all you have to do is sneak around that way, down that hallway, which is not blocked. So, yes, you can absolutely make your way down to the reactor without destroying this. The chief engineer's station is here. One of the reasons he's chief engineer is that he's a nuclear engineer. He's a nuclear physicist as well. Like, incredibly intelligent. Actually, no, make this a woman. Let's be feminist. She's an incredibly intelligent woman. And she's so important and in charge of everything because she keeps the reactor, the one thing that keeps the station from falling into the gravity well of a planet and killing everyone.
Well, they're looking at this portal and discussing possibilities. I think Shots has been wandering around looking for anything out of the ordinary, like a box, some kind of device that may have been used to open said portal, and he's just like scurrying around looking for shit that he knows it's gonna cause some space fuckery.
Sure, some good old-fashioned space fuckery. Roll for me. What should I have you roll? So he's looking for space fuckery. I roll physical science again. See if you can identify something. 14, or 15. Maybe it's 14.
Oh yeah, it's 14. I just added the notes.
Okay, so no, it's good. With the 14, thinking about it, looking around. Hey! Look who's here!
There he is.
Here
Oh,
comes that
Travis didn't get too far.
boy.
Boy. Hello, boy. Looking around, you don't see anything that would cause space fuckery. What might have happened, you're thinking of, is with the 14, you might just be the victim of happenstance. This rift might have just opened up here. And
Yeah, it might either be a random rift, or if they used something to, they took it when they left.
They took it with it, or it was destroyed. Opening a rift in reality takes a lot of energy.
Yeah,
So the
they
device might have
set a
just
box
been
up and went and exploded when it opened it up.
and ripped a hole in reality. Yeah. Think with the 14. I'll give you a little bit of a hint. There is a way without magic to destroy a rift like this. There is a way that you think you could probably do. You just can't remember what it is.
A lot of explosions.
Yeah, he's probably even got like the micro lab out, and he's like scanning it and like is there some way
I
to
will let you-
destabilize it without blowing up.
I will let you do
area.
another physical science check with a slightly higher DC to see if you can figure out how to destroy it. Yep. So most rifts in reality are extremely unstable and they will collapse really quickly. So quickly, in fact, that they usually don't allow a thing like this. Also, Ark, hi. They found a rift in reality with a giant tree root growing out of it. I just want to let you know that.
Normal things.
Yeah, normal things. Clint, yeah. So there's a giant hole in reality. Tree was growing out of it. There's bugs. There's grass. The air is all muggy. You're inside the engineering station. It's great. So yeah, they're usually unstable, and to stabilize one, it takes a lot of energy, and it's a very very precise thing to do. The best way you can disrupt it is by adding more energy, and creating a feedback loop, and looking at a sign that has an arrow that points to the reactor. Radiation is just energy. It's not special. It's just a form of energy. And you think if you flood this room with radiation, it could disrupt the rift in reality.
And that could also kill us.
It could also
definitely kill us. It's radiation.
It could definitely kill. Yeah, it's a giant nuclear reactor.
I think Ark would be the only one safe as an android.
No, androids are part organic.
Oh, okay. You're part.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
I might be a little more. I think I might be resistant to it, like a little bit, like a little bonus, but
no. Radiation just sucks in this game. It's a really shitty thing to do. Your armor does provide a little bit of radiation protection at level 1.
But that's just like useful for protection against like sun rays.
Yeah, it's like stellar radiation outside in space. Yeah. The amount of radiation needed could kill someone like immediately. So you would have to hunker down somewhere and stuff.
Yes, can I get access to my character sheet, please?
Oh, right. Yes. Hello. Yes.
All right. I have an idea before we try that, Shots.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. As interesting as it would be to watch a bunch of organic people be blasted by, the power of 1,000 suns, I, as a doctor, can't do that out of principle, and also because I like my medical license. So, we would definitely not be here when it happens, but I absolutely want to hear you playing.
No else do no harm.
If I can get close enough to that rift, I might be able to access some technology that I'm not normally supposed to use, but I think this situation kind of calls for it.
Hang on, you telling me you got some of that there, like, forbidden black market kind of technology stuff? Look, I ain't the cops. You ain't gonna worry about me telling on anybody.
Look, maybe. I don't know.
Lady, I love you. Let's hear this. I can't wait to hear this. This is gonna be great.
Alright, so if I can get
You're shady as hell and I find it hot. Do it.
If I can get close enough to it, maybe I can close it. If this plant starts, I'm also probably the most likely not to get infected if I get hit by this plant. And if this plant does turn out that it talks, maybe we can convince it to go back through the portal and leave everybody alone. Maybe. I don't know. That's kind of an up in the air thing. But if I can get Glint to cover me, and you to cure me in case I do get hit, and maybe we can make an opening for Kasumi to get to the reactor. And then, if we have to make the reactor go crazy, then will you be in a position to do it?
Interesting ideas, all things considered.
Given we're not far from it, wouldn't hurt. Let me run some calculations on this thing, see what I can come up with.
Yeah, with going off that older role with that physical science, again, like even with your radiation protections, if you were in the room, it might kill you outright. Yeah, that is what you can get. Is that you need a lot of energy. You need to pump a lot of energy into this place. Luckily, interestingly enough, nuclear radiation, once you cut off the source of it, it's gone pretty quickly. It doesn't actually linger around a whole lot. And so you should be able to flood this place if you're somewhere safe. Flood this place, cut it off, and you should be good. This level in particular is designed in case there's a radiation leak to be like lock itself down. So it's not you wouldn't kill the station, and so long as you guys were smart, you would be able to get out of the way. That being said, there is a portal to a vibrant forest on the other side of this portal. You would be flooding that with radiation as well.
Well, considering it makes zombie people, I'm not too worried about that.
Well,
That is true. There's also like dragonflies flying around. There's like non-evil shit there.
That we know of so far.
True.
Then they would just make radioactive zombified plants.
Valid counter-argument.
That is also a risk. You don't know how this plant will react to radiation.
That's true. It could just make it bigger. And actually sentient. It could become Gravebind.
Oh, no.
Become Gravemind. It could get real big and angry like the Hulk. This is gamma radiation. We didn't know what kind of radiation is going on here. There's tons of factors.
This is how you make a kaiju. I'm realizing this is how you make a kaiju.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then whenever we visit that planet, it's gonna remember us.
Well,
It's just there's the kaiju we made. Maybe it'll like you. Like you made me a kaiju. This is cool.
It's like mothers.
Oh, sweet. We got a living planet to ride through the stars. This is the greatest thing ever.
Not till level 20. You'll get your sentient planet ship at level 20 and
Well,
not a
Sentient
level 6.
planet ship.
We'll start with a shitty dumper cargo ship, and then, we're riding Ego, the living planet, at level 20.
yes.
Anyways, Shay, what is your plan exactly? You can send it to me if you want to share it.
Well, I mean, they're gonna find out if I do this anyway. So
That is true.
You know how her company specializes in entropic technology.
Yes, I do.
One of like my specialized or special ability thingy is sunder, and while normally I imagine that's like sundering armor kind of things, can I potentially sunder a portal?
So, I'm a huge nerd. And entropy, what it is, it is the nullification of energy. That's literally what it is, and that's
Portals are just energy.
portal. This is just a bunch of energy.
It's folded space. Can I unfold
It's folded.
space?
If you're able to wield the power of entropy well enough, you'll have to make a check. It'll be a Constitution. I'll make actually a Fortitude save, just because I want to give you a good chance. You have a good Fortitude, I'm pretty sure. You could very well disrupt this enough to cause it to start to collapse. Yes.
You might also just explode.
It might explode.
I meant her. As a Fortitude save. It's like...
You and or it might explode.
don't
I will. I will say you're at level 1. It's your first adventure. I'm not going to kill you with one bad roll, and at least in this arc, I'm going to give you a little bit of a chance. So you probably won't explode.
I'm not gonna kill you.
Oh yeah,
yet.
2 bad rolls in a roll, then you'll absolutely burst into goo, and we'll make.
I create another rift to
I'm not
another
going to
planet.
kill you. Your bad rolls are going to
With an
kill you.
even worse zombie plant. This one makes smart
then
zombies.
And then the 2 zombie plants fight each other to the death.
Mhm.
All right. Sorry, I've been adding all my stuff slowly
Yeah.
throughout this.
We moved some stuff over. They're doing some stuff. Glint, I think I hopefully got everything. If something's wrong, let me know, and I'll help you run through it. But yeah.
I think you just didn't mark survival as a trained skill for me, and
That's very
didn't put
possible.
My rank
I
in
did
it.
that. Yeah, it's very possible.
And then I don't think I have my I forget the ability, but it's +1 to initiative and all skills.
Yeah. So yeah. I'll make sure to make sure I didn't miss anything because I might have. So Shay, you will have to climb this plant to do this.
Yeah. Yeah. Ijusu will look at everybody and is like, all right, are we good with this idea?
It's dangerous, but it is a great idea.
All right. Well, let's see what we can do.
All right,
Anybody know the rolls?
So how are you trying? Are you trying to like go as fast as you can, trying to be slow and not noticed by the plant if it can notice you in that way? What is your plan for this?
I don't know what senses this plant has.
That's true.
So I'm just going to kind of like slowly approach it, and when I start to climb, I'm just going to be like, I kind of need to close this portal. Are you going to be upset if I do? You want to like retreat through it, or is this
Sure.
kind of like a haircut to you?
Sure. You carefully approach the plant. You approach it and you begin to climb it. And as you touch it and you begin to say, hey, like trying to communicate with if this thing is sentient, you notice the flower pods that had like the crouched like figures, they begin to like open more, and these things begin to like turn and like look at you, Ajisu, and you see the vines that had attacked you earlier start to climb up the side of the tree to approach you.
Are they approaching menacingly?
Very much.
It's definitely menacingly.
Yeah, all the zombies are trying to look at you, starting to move towards you, and these things that attacked you and tried to infect you with whatever this parasite or infection is are coming for you.
Cool. All right. Well.
So menacing.
So menacing. If you want to go fast, I would need an acrobatics or athletics check. You're climbing the thing, and there's lots of handholds. It's a bunch of bark, like it's a tree. They're the classic climbing thing.
Yeah. All right. Let's go.
Okay,
Ooh. Do your companions? What are you guys doing to help her with this?
Wait.
If
a
any,
minute.
if
I
anything.
have something for this.
Oh, he does.
Let me make
I'll
sure.
be honest, I'm a
real
little
quick.
confused what's going on right now.
That's fair. There's a giant
I'm
portal
going
with a tree
to-
root growing out of it.
You're gonna see shots take aim at her, and he's gonna fire this little vial that it doesn't hurt,
So our
but when it sticks her, he's gonna give her a +2 to all skill checks.
we found the source of the plant infection. It's a
Yeah.
portal near the reactor. It's connected to a planet where some kind of large plant is making its way through. And so right now we're trying to find the best way to sever the portal and get rid of the plant. Also, it's been providing oxygen and recycling the CO2.
Yep.
So
It's-
we're not in a bad spot if we get rid of it. We have about 5 days of reserves, but it is something that we'll need to fix the oxygen recycler afterwards and do a bunch of stuff to make sure we don't die, but we're not in any immediate danger by severing it.
Any particular questions about what's going on?
So we're in engineering.
Yes, you're
Yes.
on the reactor level. So they're on the same level of station as the reactor that powers the ship, powers the station.
And is there like any danger aside from the giant tree? Like, are the zombies around? Or...
The zombies are like huddled up in like these flower. Do you think these ones that are being repaired because they get repaired and sent back out? You think they come here, are like connected to the tree, repaired, and then they go back out trying to do what they do? So there's a few here, and they're waking up, and they're beginning to ignoring you and focusing on Ajisu.
I guess Glint will go over and blast one with his flame pistol.
Sure thing. Also, I used your trick attack, and it worked.
The first time that happens.
You're not even here.
Yep.
Of course, that's how all it happens. Yeah. Roll an attack. You can use your trick attack for this. Absolutely.
once they're done, I'm going to set up a barricade for shots, and then I will have Buddy take a shot.
Sure thing. Yeah, you set up a barricade. It's quite easy. This isn't that. Yeah. You're doing the zombies, not the plant, not the tree. Good. That wouldn't affect the tree.
Yeah.
Little buds are just looking right at you.
I actually hit.
I love that they've just been rolling max damage all night.
Woo! Roll a d4, I believe. Shit, dude.
Oh, it added the D4. Yeah, 1D4. Oh, it's 1D4 plus 4, so yeah, another D4. Heck yeah.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
dude.
You do. Yeah,
Did you do the toggle arc where you can turn on trick attacks? Under basic attacks, you can do apply trick attack to attacks.
Oh, cool.
Wait. What was I gonna say? Yeah. So yeah, you perform that. You take your pistol out. You just like kind of like turn it over these things like flamethrower, like fucking Vietnam, some war crime shit, yo. Good thing these are just
There
zombies.
is no Geneva.
There is international war crimes. These do exist. Doesn't matter. Anyways, what matters is that. Go on. It's fine.
It's fine. These things
it's
don't
also
have rights.
it's also a plant. It's a plant. You light these things on fire. That is a lot of damage. Let's see. Is that? Yeah, you kill a couple of the zombies begin to climb up. Some of them do turn like there's fire. That's bad. A few of them start to ignore Ejisu, turn towards you. Shots, you give her a +2 to that skill check. I'll let you apply that to the old one because that's cool as hell. You get shot with essentially an anabolic steroid to your back of your neck, Ejisu, and you begin to climb this thing. I will roll that attack for Kasumi's. You're gonna see something soon, and Ark, and don't question it.
Okay.
Don't question what you're about to see. And Buddy begins. There was a typo and we kept it. Buddy begins to fire the plasma bolter at some of the vines, providing you with a little bit of extra room. So they're going to roll with disadvantage against you. So the zombies begin to turn on your group. They huddle behind the bunker that the barricade that Kasumi has made. Roll me another athletics check, Ijisu, as you run up this thing.
Yeah.
Or acrobatics. Acrobatics.
Acrobatics is slightly better.
It's whatever works for you. 28 actually, because of the +2 from your boy.
Yep, it lasts 4, 5, 6. I think it's 6 or 7 rounds.
Cool. They rolled so bad that first vine.
I'm just running vertical.
You are just fucking. I rolled a 2 and a 20. Fuck. God. Oh, I rolled a natural 1. Cool. None of them hit you. There's fire. Like there's the Buddy. It keeps lighting things on. Keep lighting these things on fire before they can reach you.
So I just so you're aware, I do get a +4 to my AC from opportunity attacks.
Yeah, I rolled a natural 1.
Oh no.
I rolled so badly on all their attacks. I rolled a natural 20 after I rolled the 2. The disadvantage. So you're I rolled for Buddy's attack when you were gone.
That's fine.
You climb to the top of this root and you run towards. Oh, Jesus, that scared me.
Sorry.
You run towards the portal. Do you want to make? You're close enough to look inside the portal right now, properly. Roll a perception check.
Meow. 32. 34.
E4.
You look through. You see the tree. This massive tree. It's You're kind of looking at earlier. It's fucking huge, and you see these things hanging off the sort of the canopy, or these pods. And as you kind of narrow your eyes with the 34, there are people inside of these pods. And you see one of them is broken open. One pretty close to the portal is broken.
So just quick clarification. When you say people, are these alive people? Are they dead people?
You can't. She can't tell. They're just like, you can see sort of as like the light filters through that there are like people inside of these pods. They look like humanoid. And one of them has been broken. You don't see a body at the bottom near the ground. It's just broken open, and it's like a 15-foot drop from that pod. They hang down from the canopy. 15-foot drop from the pod to the ground. And it's probably around 20 feet from the portal itself, like straight. If you're straight down 15 feet, straight forward 20 feet, you hit the portal.
Neat.
Do you perform? Oh, go on.
Sorry, go on. What were you saying?
Do you perform the sunder and try to break the portal?
Well, I have 40 feet of movement. Can I grab the pod and then perform the thunder?
You would. It's against hanging from a vine. You would have to like go in, climb the tree, get it would be very. It would take a long time to do it. Like you have enough movement to get under it, but not enough. You can't like reach it. Unfortunately, it's up in the air.
Yeah, it's just information that I've got.
It's information you can see. You could cross the portal if you want to. I'm not going to stop you from doing that. You're allowed to.
Bye, guys.
But bye. I'm going to go in here. Wait, this is where the zombie plant's
adventure.
from.
Huh?
Just cut every other time. Just like cut to Shay alone in the wilderness.
Yeah. Ijisu returns as the will of this sentient planet.
It's just a weird fucking
I
plant monster.
Taken over it.
Oh.
I just take over the plant monster. I am the big bad.
Do you perform the sunder, or do you? What do you do? What do you do? I don't want to put words in your mouth.
No, I'm curious. What do you think? What should I do?
I can't tell you what I think you should do.
I know you can't, and I know what I'm gonna do. But what do you want? What do you think I should do?
I will tell you afterwards if what would have happened to you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you after the game is over exactly what would have happened to you.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't cross. If you do cross it, then that will happen to you, and I won't tell you because it's fun that way.
Yeah.
But you would be stranded in another reality or another planet if you do that.
Yeah. As interesting as it would see to see Ijisu return as the big bad evil.
That would be fun. Yeah.
It's a bit too early for that. So.
Can't quite have the heel turn in episode 3.
Second episode, or third episode.
Yeah.
She's going to throw her hands out, no weapons, and the entropic energy is going to start to like blacken her veins, and she's going to reach out and just like slowly close this portal.
Sure thing. Roll a fortitude check.
Yeah. 32.
Come on.
32. Where is
You're
it?
rolling. I won't jinx this.
Where is it?
Uh,
there it is.
yeah, found it. Good.
Yeah.
Good old fart. I mean fort.
Fort.
Wow, 15.
That is. You get a plus. It's not a skill check. This is a saving throw.
Oh.
13.
Not bad.
Are you willing to sacrifice some of your health and resolve?
Yeah. That's what I've got. I got reserves of health and resolve.
Cool.
That's
All right.
what I do.
I'm gonna roll some
Your arm
stuff.
falls off.
Okay.
You only take a little 18 damage.
You take 13 damage.
I think you weren't far off.
Yeah. 13 damage. All right. My
And-
stamina is out.
Okay. How many resolve points do you have?
I think I had 4, so now I have 3.
So you have 4 resolve points?
Yes, total.
Okay. You now have 0 resolve points.
Really? Okay, cool.
Yes.
Oh no.
So that means if you go unconscious, your character is dead.
Okay.
Just a heads up. That's what that means.
All right.
You require a quarter of your resolve points to stabilize. And if you have no resolve points, you go unconscious, your character dies.
Okay.
You grab this portal. You grab it. You're able to like wrap your hands around it. It's a weird, like it's been through time and space, but you're able to do that. And you.
Fun fact: portals in time and space would be perceived as 3-dimensional to us.
Ooh, I don't know how to imagine that. That is wild.
It is weird.
That's breaking my brain. I'm not going to think about it because I have other things to concentrate on. You grab this and you begin to try to thunder it. And you feel like the blackened part of your veins you see begin to turn red. And you're like, that's weird. And you realize, oh, that's because they're on fire. My blood's on fire right now. And you aren't able to break it fully. But you're able to disrupt it enough that it has begun to sort of cascade and destroy itself. And it takes literally all of your fortitude to stop to not die. You are very weak. This thing begins to break down, and things got close enough. I'm going to try to take attacks against you. Okay, that's a hit. That's not a hit. That's fucking hell. I rolled a 19 after that one. And that is not it. So you take one hit, and then you should make another fortitude saving throw.
Okay.
Fuck me. That's a 1. You take one more damage.
21.
Yeah. The vines lash out at you. One of them like scrapes against your back, and you're able to resist the disease. But this thing has begun to collapse. What is the party doing at this moment? These things are trying to attack you. The rest of the party, the zombies are at your barricade trying to climb over it, and you guys are trying to fight them off as best you can. Luckily, these aren't very powerful ones. These are a lot of the ones that are being repaired, so they're not at full strength, all of them. What is the plan?
Just providing covering fire till she's finished.
Okay. Jisoo.
Yeah.
Was anyone else have anything? Nope.
If it looks like it's getting ready to shut, I'm like, okay, that took a lot out of me, and I'm just gonna fall backwards.
Okay.
And start sliding down this branch and get to the bottom because oh my god.
Okay.
Get down here.
Okay. Yeah. So that's a couple more hits against you.
No.
What's your health looking at?
I mean, I'm 19 out of 20.
Okay.
You were.
Okay. That's 8 damage.
Shit, I'm in trouble.
And I need you to make 3 fortitude saves.
Can I see her as she's like falling back?
Yeah,
to the portal?
she falls backwards away from the
hang on,
portal.
hang on. Do you remember that I get 4 + 4 to my AC?
You just told me you collapsed.
Oh yeah,
so...
I thought I was up, so I thought I was going to roll backwards.
Yeah, you're falling towards the vines. The vines are coming up after you up this plant. So they're growing out of like the root and stuff like that. They're coming up and around you. So some of them get some hits in. It's a cool moment, and I appreciate it. But you fall directly into the things that are trying to kill you. But you make 3 more fortitude saves. That's 3 of them hit you. This. Oh no, you're good.
9, 21.
You are in the latent stage of the disease.
I have to put her down.
Yay! That's not good.
But you sounded so happy.
It's fun for me. Disease is one of the reasons that I love Starfinder as a system. Disease and poison. They're brutal.
It's good
Go on.
thing I have a doctor that can just reverse this immediately.
No, they can't. you're infected with a disease. It takes time for you to heal. It takes days for you to heal.
I can stop it from fully taking hold, but you know, you
can help. You can help with that. Yeah.
I cut my arm off. I'm cured.
No,
Not
this
how
is
disease works. Anyways, I do appreciate thin the blood. I do appreciate the gesture, and I love your brain. I love this bubonic plague is one of the. That's funny. Anyways, so you're currently elated. You're suffering no ill effects. So you're currently suffering no ill effects.
Okay.
But you watch your friend fall into these thorns, like all upper side, and her neck and her face are covered in these like thorns as she falls. You're still conscious, but cool moment.
Having a good time.
You're not having a great time, but yeah, your friends. You see this person fall, shots you at something you're thinking of doing.
Yeah, because if he was watching her fall and seeing all this, he'd probably load up his syringe of healing serum and fire it at her. Which he doesn't need to make a roll on because she's been attuned to his microlab.
This is where Shots got his name from. Was him in the bushes with a needle gun and this like some medicine. Just been like, come on, motherfuckers, come on.
What do you mean?
Shots is a
family name.
He hung out with Anna.
Yeah, I was gonna say at least once he shouted, "You're powered up, get in there," and then Shay ran in the opposite direction.
He got his name because Tony really didn't want a tetanus shot, and by God, he got one right between in the forehead. I know it's supposed to go on the arm. He just put it on Tony's seat, so he sat down and gave himself the tetanus shot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, haha! Now your ass is gonna be sore for like 3 days.
All right. Shot, since you administered the 1d8, so you heal 2 hit points.
Yay!
Hooray!
13 hit points.
Hey, it's better than nothing.
It is much better than nothing.
It's more than my max HP.
Ooh!
Oh, crap.
Vanguards, man, they're fucking tough.
Wait, you only have 2 max HP?
I like how it looked like Ark's camera. It looked like Ark fell, it just disappeared because the camera fell.
Oh no!
So it just looked like Ark went, ooh, it disappeared.
Yeah. So your friend is currently on the ground. You see the portal begin to shrink and like bite into the wood. You hear cracking sounds as it's not cutting this root off; it's crushing it.
Yeah, and he's just, you know, like, to him, this isn't even anything important. He's like, if it explodes, well, that's gonna suck. But he's scanning her to see, you know, what this stuff is on her. And
sure, she's a little bit of ways, and there's a bunch of zombies in front of you. What is your guys' plan right now?
Yeah, Shots will be he'll immediately run over to see if she's alright. You know, being the doctor.
I'm gonna give Shots room to operate, clear out the zombies.
Covering fire.
I need to check something about Yusoke. I'm pretty sure they have a special ability.
I did take the feet scurry, so I can just, you know.
Well, what does scurry do? Let me know what that is.
Oh yeah, that's just it. You gain the compression universal creature rule. In addition, you can occupy the same space as an ally of your size or larger without you or them taking penalties.
Okay.
I have another question.
Yes.
Because Sunder is my my class special whatever thingy. Does that get the +4 from it?
The +4 from
doing it Sunder?
+4 to what? I'm sorry.
To Sunder.
Yeah, I'll say. Yeah, I'll cut down the time it takes, so you guys will have to do less for this thing to collapse. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just because I'm continuing to add stuff as I go.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I will have Shots to make either an acrobatics or athletics check to try to get around these things and get to your patient.
Oh,
Shuts
good.
just bodies one of the zombies out of the way.
It's okay, yeah, it's Moxie. When attempting an acrobatics check to tumble through the space of an opponent at least one size larger than
They are
himself,
medium.
I get a +5 racial bonus.
There we go. That's the ability it's looking for. Yeah. So roll an acrobatics check to get around these things.
27.
20. Yeah, you don't go between their legs. You leap. You climb up Glint and like leap off his head and like jump from head to head to head. And these things are just like, what the fuck? To turn around. They're slow though, and you like are able to grab your patient. And you guys continue to fire them. The fire does keep attracting them. They're trying to get rid of the source of fire, which is Glint. And the thing crunch goes down a little bit more. The vines are approaching, are sort of slithering back around. Actually, thinking about it, since you fell and slid down them, they have to take time to come back to you. So what is everyone's this next? If you got, what are you guys doing this round to protect yourself from these things? Because they get one more round before this thing is cut off.
Just gotta keep shooting and keep blasting.
You keep shooting? Yeah. Roll some shots for me.
I'm gonna shift closer and try to keep everything off of Ijisu.
Sure thing.
So that was Buddy missing.
Buddy.
And
Critical on this trick attack.
nice shot.
God, that's so nice.
If I hit.
For 5.
Beautiful. You do hit. These things have a high AC. They're injured. They're slow. Roll your damage.
5 damage. Oh, you are.
Yeah. And for arc. Fuck, man. There's just like this scent of burning wood and like burning flesh. And what was that? Yeah, scent of burning wood, burning flesh. Buddies, plasma shots going off. Shots and Ijisu. The vines are approaching. A couple of the zombies near the back begin to approach you.
Okay. Am I standing on wood?
You're currently on floor. You're on the metal floor of the station right now.
Okay.
The big root is right in front of you, though.
Big root right in front of me.
Yeah.
And is it between me and these zombie thingies?
They are not. The zombies are coming from behind you, back from where your friends were. They're stuck in a bunch of zombies and a bunch of these weird infection ropes.
Alright, cool. But the infection vines are coming from above me. And then
They're climbing down the route back towards you. So they're sort of ahead above you, but when they reach you, they'll be sort of at the level you are.
Okay. So, if I set this root in fire,
It will burn.
will it block the vines?
I would have you roll for that and see if it does. I'd rather you roll an attack.
Okay, I'll do that. I also should have, I think, 2. No, I have 3.
Entropy point.
points right now. Yeah, because I took damage more than my level twice.
There we go.
Unless those were individual attacks that made that 8, then I have a lot more.
It was they were not the group attacks that made you get that most of that.
Okie dokie. So 3 entropy points. Alright, so yep, I just take out the dagger. I'm gonna jab it into the root and just rake it along it, and I'm gonna burn an entropy point to turn it into fire.
Roll an attack.
Alrighty.
Sing.
23.
Surprisingly, doesn't have a lot of AC. It's wood.
For a total of 6 fire damage.
6 fire damage. You make this big inferno. Just rake the thing across. It burns. It does scare the plants. They did retreat from the fire, so they don't approach. Shots. There's some of those zombies coming up. What anything you doing right now?
Probably will.
Hey Doc, how you doing?
He's like standing on you, like, hey, how's it going? I'm going to shoot at it with a minor inhibitor biohack.
Sure. Shoot your shit. That unfortunately is not enough to hit these creatures.
Okay, never mind.
Okay. They're gonna attack you. They're gonna have 2 of them gonna attack you. I assume you're standing in between them and your patient.
Oh, by the way, bonus
Yes.
action to ward them.
Absolutely. What does ward exactly do exactly? Remind me.
Unfortunately, it doesn't reduce any damage yet, but it does give me entropy points if they take damage.
Oh, that's fun. Oh shit.
I basically generate power, more
Yeah.
power.
You take 4 damage from these things shot as these
Hey.
things slam into you.
3 entropy points again.
Ooh.
What can I do with entropy points? It's been a while.
There's one more crunch as the portal snaps close. The vines that were attacking you like start to writhe and like sort of like curl up, kind of like a dying spider or a snake, with sort of like curling themselves, and fall. It takes a little bit of time. Apparently, the zombies appear to be like independent drones, doing their own thing. Doesn't take you 2 guys too long. You guys, you know how to fight these things. You know their weaknesses. You have weapons that can fight these things. And eventually, one by one, these things begin to collapse and fall and die and burn up. As you are standing there in the engineering, we're going to take a break. How much time do we have left in the stream?
40 minutes.
40 minutes? We'll take a quick 5-10 minute break. We'll come right back. Don't go anywhere.
Alrighty, we'll be back shortly, everyone. Stick around.
Hey,
Alright.
There you go. That was a very clever way to close the portal. I was going to give you guys the radiation, which is actually a true theory of why wormholes can't exist. Radiation creates a feedback loop, destroys it. Yeah.
Tell that to black holes.
Huh?
Time and space stops working around black holes.
Well,
And
they
black-
still work, they just get distorted really, really bad.
Yeah, well, they don't work according to our physics. It's real weird. Whenever you introduce black hole to math, just like, we don't know how it works anymore. Math isn't good enough yet. It's always wild to me. Just like, yeah, math doesn't work sometimes. Just like, that's weird.
Holy shit.
They had to invent calculus. I'm just like, oh yeah, that wasn't a thing always.
Guys, I could have been empowering my entropic strikes even more. I could
Ooh.
give myself a muscle boost and make myself do extra damage for every entropy strike on my next turn.
Nice.
Oh, ow, fuck me. That's cool. Yeah. I have to pee, so
Go pee.
I will.
Good.
For the start of your next turn. Okay.
Okay. These character sheets are a lot better.
And they look nice too, instead of just a big white box with some blue.
The other one didn't make sense.
That was a quick, efficient, and interesting way to deal with that issue. I'm proud of everyone.
Yeah,
I just shot
what's fun?
zombies.
Hey, that's sometimes fucking yeah.
Don't sell yourself short. That's my job.
But
What? Making sense.
It's okay. I only have 3 more HP, so I'm almost dead.
What happened to your HP?
Well, I took a hit from a space bat that knocked all of my SP out and one
That
of
is
my
true.
HP, and then immediately got slapped and lost 5 more. Or
Did I
4
take
more.
any damage?
You didn't actually. You didn't put yourself in danger. Void bats aren't that tough. Don't have a whole lot of health. More health than you guys, but there's also more of you, and you have better weapons and are smarter than
Isn't
Void
it a
bats.
4v4?
It wasn't 4v4, but you have guns and they're bats, and you stun them with a flash grenade.
This is true.
Yeah. And then he proceeded to murder the ones flying away.
I did not. I would not have.
Well, you didn't roll anything. That was was fucking shots and Kasumi. They're like, these things are fucking around and like annoying, so
And Glint is very much, if it doesn't need to be killed, why kill it?
yeah. Well, theirs was like, they need to be killed. That was their argument. Like, yeah, if we don't kill them now, just fucking come back and make more nests. Good.
Yeah, but hopefully the station will at least have their deflectors, whatever you want to call them.
Mm-hmm. Actually, what they would use is that they actually electrically charge the outside of
Yeah.
it, like this, and then they would be zapped. Like, that's not good. But that system was down because, you know...
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Everything's down.
Yeah, there's a hole in reality. Like, that fucks with stuff. That's not good.
Really? I would never have thought of that.
Did you guys watch the Critical Role show?
I have not.
I
yet.
haven't. I wanted to do it tomorrow before my, what's it called? Descent into Avernus game.
Yeah. One thing, I won't spoil anything. It's kind of hard to spoil things. The pacing's a little fast, I find. Other than that, it's fun. It's kind of fun to see the characters again and have them interact. And
Yeah, I assume it's only fast because it's like, look, this is a story that's been told before. Like
that, and also like they're independent, so they sort of had to like get a bunch of stuff like together and out.
Yeah, crank it all out as quick as they can.
Yeah, and also like put everything short because like it's expensive and stuff like that. So yeah, that's a critique I have of it. Other than that, I do. I enjoyed it. It was fun. I recommend watching it if you're a nerd and like fantasy stuff. It's very fantastical.
What's that?
The Critical Role show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was enjoying it, even though I was like, that happened early. That happened early.
Yeah.
Why do they
pacing's
have that?
fast.
Well, it's more of the like don't treat it like it's a recreation of the show or the stream.
Yeah.
Because it's like they jump ahead in a lot of details. Like Trinket doesn't have the plate armor until several episodes in.
Yeah. But who cares?
Yeah. And that's where I'm at. I'm like,
They
You
also,
get to see Scanlan go down on somebody, so really everybody wins.
like
Ark hasn't seen it. Ark hasn't seen it yet. So,
Scanlan.
but yes,
Scanlan is
Scanlan
exactly
fucks
what you expect
everybody.
from a bard.
Yeah.
Scanlan does perform cunnilingus. And frankly, in the
He's
first
a-
episode, it's on brand.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of meat, I eat veggies and pussy.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised they're how much they show just dick and balls and.
They're very just like
that's
things are
beautiful. That's the beautiful thing of them making the cartoon for Amazon Prime. Who gives a fuck?
Well,
Yeah,
that was what I was telling Shay too. It's like the animation company is Titmouse, so it's the guys who do Metalocalypse. So
Yeah.
that's
right,
why
it
that's
is.
why there's so much gore and violence too. That's just
It
happening
is.
haphazardly
It is.
throughout the whole
Oh,
thing.
it is so violent. It is so violent. Anyways,
the
that's. Oh, go on.
it's like I am kind of disappointed that they don't introduce themselves, because originally their introduction was them saving Kima,
Yeah, that's
like rescuing
No
her.
yeah. No spoilers for our boy Frost.
Well, it's just spoilers for the stream, which I mean, you got 200 episodes to get through, so good luck. You'll never
Yeah.
get caught up.
that's true.
I tried. I made it to like episode 12 and was like, all right, dude, I gotta take like a break, and that was 2 years ago.
I
did
got
it.
pretty far. I got till they were in the desert looking for the other pyramid, and then I stopped.
I did it. It literally takes just having it as background noise.
It does. I listened to it so much, and then eventually it's just like, I like this, but I can't listen to their voices anymore. Anyways, let's go back.
I skimmed over the other seasons. It's like,
Yeah,
I can't
let's-
do it again.
Let's, instead of talking about that great show, let's talk about this
Our
great show. Yeah. I see we're back.
Mhm.
Cool. Thanks for telling me, bud.
We're back
also-
because we were just talking. We weren't here.
Yeah.
when
Also,
we were away.
also, I don't want to be a shill. I mean, I kind of do, but as somebody who has to cut sugar out, I'm glad they make things now like the brisk lemon tea, which is no sugar. It's
Yeah.
great.
Oh,
Sponsor us, Brisk.
yeah.
Please, I will drink you on stream all the time because this is delicious.
I will. I should buy a bag of Granny Copico and drink it on stream sometime. I would just use my Aries mug because it was a gift from my mom.
I mean,
So you can't Yeah, it's a great mug.
during like Leave the Tail streams, it's like when they were like, "Oh, I promote grinding coffee." I was like, "Gladly, I will drink coffee on stream." It's like I did.
Beautiful. Anyways, little recap for also our boy Ark. Just before the break, the crew found that the source of the infection and also the source of the extra amount of weight was this massive root system that had grown into the station. On the other side, a mysterious people hanging in pods, one of them broken, pretty close to the portal. Our vanguard friend Ijisu almost died after literally spending all her resolve points. Resolve points are a point system in Starfinder that keep you alive when you go unconscious and can be spent to do powers later on. There's an interesting system, and I like what they did with it. I like this system. Much of you guys could tell. I like this game. But with the zombies basically dead, I won't make you guys fight a bunch of them. You guys did already. You guys know how to deal with them. And the root system destroyed or cut off. You know that you now have a ticking clock. There's 5 days that you run out of oxygen. You also have to you have to do a manual reset and get the emergency lockdown lifted. You have some things to do. What is priority numero uno?
I need to check the systems and get the oxygen up and running.
Sure thing. You want to do that right away?
Yeah. Because without oxygen, none of the other stuff matters.
That's fair. Anyone else? What is everyone else doing?
Each is just gonna sit down, lean back, and rest.
Sure, you take a nap.
Jackson, watch over Jutsu. I will go help Kasumi.
Yeah, no problem. And yeah, he's
Sure thing.
immediately scanning her, knowing that if this plant is the source of it, like how much of this infection does she have, and start
Sure
administering
thing,
it to her.
Roll a medicine check.
Yeah, and if this is a disease, oh wait, no, that's life science.
Well, that was it's the first time
28.
I ever closed a portal.
Well, it's the first time I ever seen one close. It's pretty weird, especially because no big explosion caused. Actually, looked kind of horrifying. So I'm glad it was I can't say it wasn't alive. It was clearly alive. But anyway, how you doing?
This is kind of the most shitty I felt in a while. So, all right, I think.
Well, it's better than most. Trust me. Usually, he's like looking at all like the mark. It's just, oh man. Well, you're still conscious and sentient, so you're not a plant zombie yet. So that's good. Which means I can keep you from being one. It's gonna take a while.
How long a while?
The treatment is, if it's super early, like a day or two, and then you rest. This don't look early, so you might have to be here for a while, but it ain't gonna be terrible.
Well, wait, am I infected? Did I just get infected? Because I wasn't infected like an hour ago. We checked
With that result, she is infected.
Then he'll
The
like
disease-
take the microlab and show her the readout of just like how far along it is already.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that. It's 2 minutes along.
Mm-hmm.
That's early, right?
If there was very little, super early. You get one stick and then you sleep it off. He's like looking at the numbers and he's like.
Yeah.
And he pops one of the things out and immediately just like sticks her arm with it.
Absolutely, you can absolutely use treat disease or poison. I believe the skill is called. And so what that does is, so how diseases work, how this specifically this one works, is that you require 2 saves to go down a level. So you require 2 saves over the course of 2 days to heal fully, and you get a bonus. It's your fortitude save, and you get I believe with that you get a plus long-term care, treat deadly wounds, treat disease. You get a +4 to your save with this. Yeah.
Does that mean I
Yeah,
have
you-
one now?
Nope. 1 in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah. Diseases are bad in Starfinder. They can kill you. So can poisons are also. They've ramped up poisons in this game. It's fucking great.
Just like in real life.
Poison.
And poisons can kill you over the course of 5 rounds. You can just fail, dead. It's bad. But you're not poisoned. You are diseased, or you're sick. I shouldn't say diseased. That sounds bad. But for right now, you're okay. You won't get worse right now. But you take a nap. You rest. Glint looks over you. Kasumi and Shots head off to find.
Other way around.
I'm
Shots is watching
looking over
Izuchu.
into.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Glint and Kasumi. My bad. I misheard that. Glint and Kasumi go off to fix the air recyclers. They're on a different floor. You guys are being stealthy, and then you come across a zombie that is like, it's like human side is like dead. The plant side is still kind of going, but it's like really slow, and it's like it's starting to lose the connection, starting to die a bit. So good news for a girl. But you do find the air recyclers. Either one. So you guys can assist one another. Whoever's taking the lead can roll. Another person can roll to assist.
All right. I'll take the lead.
Okay, I will roll to assist.
There we go.
I'm taking the lead.
Maybe you should have taken the lead. Jesus. Watch it. I'm gonna roll shit.
It's a +2.
Well, hey, 21, not
21.
too bad by
23 is
comparison.
Good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
No, even better. Kasumi goes to do it, and you see Glenn, and he's already halfway through it, and you're like, "Let me help you."
yeah. Why don't we switch?
Either way, there's also a bit lower DCs if you're familiar with the system. But yeah, I'll let you guys switch. It's fine. So what you have found is that in the air cycling system, it's like literally like the fans that like push the air through it have been all fucked up and gummed up with a bunch of like fines. So you essentially have to take the piece out and like replace the fans or pull it. It's just like, it's not hard work. It's just tedious as hell. Cleaning out filters, doing all this shit. And that'll take you probably like 12 hours. Like half a day to do this. You do know what the problem is. The threat is lessened. But you have... but it just will take a long time to fix. So, do you guys want to? What do you guys want to start doing that now? Is there anything I want to do before that?
No, this is our priority.
This is
Fair enough.
literally you do this or die for everyone but me.
it's like the rest of the stuff doesn't matter if we're dead.
Fair enough. You begin to slowly, painstakingly begin to repair the systems. You get like one of the pumps up and working that extends your time a little bit more over the course of several hours. Glint and Ijisu eventually do join you. I'll say head up to the air recycling station, and you just have to pull shit out of it. And after about half a day's work, it is repaired. And you check the diagnostics. It's not at full like efficiency, but it's enough efficiency that like it's like you will have several months of air. And if you keep repairing it and keep maintaining it, it should be able. If you're trapped here for that long, you should be able to maintain it. Okay for the next couple of months if required, with that natural fucking 20. So you fix after the day, you fix that. You guys can rest. You recover your resolve points. You recover your 7 points, and recover 1 hit point.
Ooh.
Just the one. Yeah, one. You get 1 hit point per level, unless your boy Shots does treat deadly wounds.
He's probably looking
hit
over
points
everybody.
per level or see other creature. So yeah, so you want to perform some medicine checks to try to treat deadly wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Success. Fuck. That's 4. Good to know. What is the DC?
23 on my first fortitude save, by the way.
Oh, what is it? 22?
23.
23? That is more than high. The DC for this disease was 13. Oh, DC 25. Okay. Only one of those is successful. I'll have that apply to everyone because I'm nice. Everyone who covers an additional 2 HP.
Hey, I'm almost back to full.
Yeah. Yeah, it's...
Wait, people lost HP?
Yeah, we got hit pretty hard by the bats.
By the bats. The bats. You're fine. You're okay.
Yeah.
Blitz is okay. He's just hanging out. Yeah, you begin... you repair that. The next day comes around. Do you attempt to get into... Do you want to contact people back in the atrium and let them know that things are okay? Or do you want to continue doing what you're doing?
organ, the
Hey,
air recycler is done, right?
Air cycler is done.
We're close to potential sabotage guy.
Maybe you think the commander, if he's anywhere, because he hasn't died, is probably in the command nest, which is at the top. You're near the bottom of the station. He's at the top of the station.
We still need to talk to that guy.
Yeah.
To get in there, you do have to fix the to get into the chief engineer's place and undo the lockdown.
Mhm. So let's work on that, and then try and patch through to the chief.
Right, he's still alive, isn't he?
Yep, somewhere out here.
All right.
Excellent. You guys head back to the reactor place. Again, the route's still there. It's no longer dangerous. And how do you want to get through to the chief engineer station? There's a giant, thick route in the way.
We'll have Buddy start cutting through the route.
Sure thing. Buddy begins to cut through the route. Not hard. Again, it is wood. It takes a couple hours for you guys to do that. But eventually he cuts enough and you can sort of like get the door opened enough for you guys to slip through, not all the way. You're inside the engineer's station. You see the body of the chief engineer. A Yosoki woman who's just dead, and like it smells in here. But she's straight up just dead.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
He's probably wandering around with the lab out, see if he can like scan for any other life forms as they're going.
Sure thing. Roll with that. Roll perception check. I'll give you a +2 for that. For using the scan. I'm not sure if you actually get that, but whatever. 21. Scanning around. You don't detect any other life forms. You do, but they're flies on the corpse.
How
Yeah.
did flies get on here?
The portal to the planet.
Yeah.
Oh, fair.
Yeah. Jet rips in reality. Fucks. Does a lot of weird shit. You guys can.
Flies.
Hmm.
I kill the flies.
Kill the you kill some flies. You just go, and it's like smash some flies.
Yep, they are unnatural creatures.
Okay.
Oh,
I eat
Wow.
flies.
fair enough.
Flies in particular.
Should I be concerned for my safety?
You're not a fly.
He's a fly boy.
Oh no, that's what he was before the robotizing.
No, I mean
I need-
flies in general. Flies are hell spawn.
Oh, this is just a personal belief. Got it.
Yes, they're awful things.
Anyways, engineering checks to try to undo the lockdown, or computers. I'll let you do either way. You can hardwire your way through, or use the computer to try to lift the fuck.
Shots, I have one job.
Shots.
I'll help.
Yeah, everyone rolls to help. That's a success,
Yes.
and that's a success. Shit,
So
guys.
33,
Yeah, 10.
35.
Unfortunately, that's not enough. 35. 30.
Or 33 without her. If hers wasn't a success.
Yeah, 33. 33 with that, with the engineering check. This takes some time, and as you're doing it, you hear much clearer and much without any interference, Kanave again, going, "Hello? I really hope you're not dead. I really do hope that. You very nice. Hello?
Hello.
Have you just been on the radio saying
Hello.
hoping we'll answer?
We give you some time, hoping like it takes some time, but decided to start to go through. Communication's easier. Jackson is doing pretty good. Any word on, things?
Oh, yeah, we do need to talk to Jackson. Yeah.
All handled.
Ah,
The route has been destroyed.
I'm sorry. The route.
The root cause of the problem was a root.
Oh,
And a portal.
A port? Okay, this is a...
To a planet.
Alright. This is a lot of paperwork. That's all I'm going to say. Do you know how much paperwork is involved in reporting interdimensional rifts? It's a lot. It's the governments as well. So it's stupid and Byzantine.
Would you like
We have
me to
lifted the
inform
lockdown.
you- Would you like me to inform you that it wasn't a portal?
No, you already did.
I mean, I could say it was a joke. I can feel you considering it.
You know, I'll get back to you on that. I don't know if I want to commit technically a crime. Not prison crime, but a crime. Anyways,
Only a
yes,
crime if it can be proven.
that is not how crimes are crimes. If you're not caught, things are still. It doesn't
Look,
matter.
if a tree falls on a planet through a portal
Mhm.
that is closed and you're not
Yes.
on that side to hear it,
Does it make a sound?
does it?
It does. That's how sound works.
How do you know,
I know.
if you're not there?
Because that's how. I know it's a philosophical question, but like, if
Theoretically.
you do something and like no one notices it, does it mean anything? I know what it means, but theoretically, it makes a sound because that's how.
Unless on this
I
planet
think what
sound
they're
doesn't
I think
exist.
what they're arguing is ethics, not so much.
True, and you're arguing to do the non-ethical
No,
thing.
no, no.
and-
I'm arguing in your favor.
Oh, I like you.
No, I'm actually quite curious now if there is actually sound waves on this planet. We didn't really check.
Well, I would
imagine so if
assume
it had an ecosystem.
That is
if it is
true.
air, it's just vibrations in air. I'm pretty sure.
Either way, the lockdown has been lifted.
Oh, that's good. It has not even yet. You guys are actively. She calls during this. You do get a call from Jackson a couple of minutes later, being like, "Hello,
Jackson, hello, how are you? Where are you at?
still in the nest. Why?
Stay put. We'll see about rescuing you shortly.
I don't like the term. We'll see about rest. You know what? Okay, that's fine.
Wait,
Please
what?
hurry. I'm very hungry. I haven't had food in a while. There's a lot up here.
Sure. Food.
Yeah?
I check for food.
Beautiful. And it's communication throughout the station is back. Communication is still down. Long range communication. We got in contact with your pilot friend, Marcus. He's been trying to hail us for a while. A little worried. Let him know that you're safe, as according to Kanave and according to me now. Yeah, please hurry. I want to get out of here. There's a lot of corpses in this room.
Yeah, well, don't eat those.
I wasn't planning on it.
You want space
No.
wendigos? That's how you get space wendigos.
That sounds scary. They're also rotting, so I think they're past the point of consumption.
You'd be surprised.
Wait, past the
Oh.
point. Do you mean you were actually considering it?
You don't eat for a few days. Well, I had food.
I feel
I
like
ran
this
out
is
of
a
food.
somewhat pointless conversation. We are
I
on
would-
our way.
Thank you, Mr. Glint. Is that Glint? Okay, I can't see you, so it's hard to tell. It's just the voice, and yours is very. It doesn't matter. Yes, that's distinct. That's the. Ta-ta, and he hangs up. A little bit after that, you're able to perform the hard reset of the system, and you get into it and able to essentially like hardwire things. You pull a lever, and there's just a loud like thunk sound throughout the entire station. The lights all power down off for a second, and then power back up as it does a literal reboot of the system. You see on the chief engineer's computer, it's running the boot sequence and like loading things. With full diagnostics, you see everything's there. The damage is there. You see all this stuff. Interesting enough, the weight of the station, well, there's still that giant root, is a lot less.
Well, it's not holding up a planet anymore.
It's not connected to a planet. No gravity well inside. No gravity well inside of the station. You also see that the security lockdown of the command nest has been lifted.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Let's go have a chat. Let's make sure this guy tells the truth.
Sure thing. Do you take the elevators? Do you take the stairs?
The emergency is over. We can take the elevator.
What's
The emergency's over. You press a button. You hear a ding. Doors open. You step inside. You hit the button for sort of the entrance to the command nest, and you get hit with boring elevator music. Just
Ijitsu?
Yes.
Why are you suspicious of Jackson?
oh right, he wasn't here for this.
Yeah. Well, he is, he claims that, everyone on the command station is dead. However, life signs were indicating that, a certain commander is still alive. And he is also, conveniently, the only one who is locked safely away in a command station where zombified plant people can't get him.
Yes, Ark, we forgot you weren't here for this. You learned that there's an automatic line of succession, and that if the commander was dead, Captain Tully should be the new commander, and he wasn't. And it's like if it's connected to the life science, if the commander dies, immediately it's just like commander's dead. Next person in line, which is Commander Tully, would become the commander, or Captain Tully.
So
Were we able to discover where Captain Tully is?
Yes, he's
we
currently.
saved them.
You saved him. He's the guy you found.
Oh.
That's how they're discovered that he didn't get he didn't get the credentials to become the new commander. So they're like, that's weird. Commander isn't dead then. It's literally connected. Like he has like a biochip in his body. Be like, this person's still alive. As soon as he dies, it automatically switches.
Are we sure that the plant creatures are considered dead to these biochips?
Actually, Ark, Glint would know that. At least according to the scans, they don't consider them alive.
Okay.
They were not. Yeah. Because when you scanned it, there was a large portion of the population was dead, but they're still walking around.
Right.
In truth, they are
Nix that then.
Elevator music continues. You hear that ding, command nest, as the doors open. In front of you is the door to the command nest. The sort of heavy blast shields that would protect it have been opened up. In front of you is a rather important looking door. Sort of a little bit more time was spent to make this look a little bit nicer. You approach. You open the door. The command nest is a hexagon. It's like a hexagon room of hexagons. A hexagon. There's a large central sort of computer system that's called the tower. That is sort of in a lower section known as the pit, and there's like communications, diagnostics, a bunch of like everything needed to run the station. This computer is set up all around the room for different things. On the far end is another door that leads to the commander's office, and you just see corpses just strewn about, just blood stains on the wall. And they're just lying everywhere.
And there's what everywhere?
Bodies.
I'm going to take a moment and inspect the bodies for the cause of death. Particularly, I'm looking for like gunshots or incisions, and not like zombie bites.
Sure thing. Roll a. This would be a medicine check.
Hey, doctor, help me with this.
Doctor.
Yeah, of course.
Does this look like a bullet to a hold of you?
Yeah.
I'm not trained in this. I'm gonna let the doctor figure it out.
18, absolutely. These were not attacked by zombies. It's weird. Some of them were killed with knives. You can see like one of them is like stabbed in the chest. Another one had like their arm ripped off, which is something the zombies didn't do. They usually would beat their sort of victims to death. But there's no evidence that these were killed by something intelligent enough to use weapons and strong enough to rip a man's arm from their body.
Awfully convenient.
They got security bots up here.
They did not.
I'm gonna hold up the security guard's key card and just say, I think we'll have access to footage.
Oh
Ooh.
yeah, they might have cameras and
Yeah.
stuff.
First thing you notice, no one greets you. No one. You don't see Jackson coming up to you guys.
I'm gonna go open the door.
Sure. You pass by the central tower, and you see one of the computers is like flashing. It says message received on it. It keeps flashing, and sort of at the bottom of the sort of below the computer there is a dead body sort of face down.
It says
And they see the timestamp. The timestamp was about 2 minutes ago.
I start running after him.
Can I pull up the log of what the message was?
Sure, you pull it up. It's a audio recording. You hear a voice go, "Hello? Is this working? Hello? Oh, right, good. Hello, friends. You don't know me, and that's fine. Sorry about the mess. They got a little irritated when I showed up. Also, sorry about the ruse. Poor Jackson, as you can see below you, unfortunately died in the interim chaos. I just took his voice for a bit. Thank you very much for closing that portal. That was very annoying. But I need to be off. With that closed and it no longer looking for me, I think I have a brand new galaxy to explore. Thank you. No hard feelings, I hope. Bye-bye. And it just closes.
Already.
Or ta-ta. He says ta-ta, not goodbye.
Yeah. Already running towards the wherever the hangar is. Where's the hangar? Lead me to it now.
Hangar is destroyed.
Wherever escape access points are.
Immediately radio down to where everybody is.
Yeah, that's the thing. You go to run, you realize you're trapped on the station. There's no ship capable of interstellar travel.
And Shots looks up from like one of the bodies, like someone radio them down there with the survivors. Look, see if they've seen Jackson or someone that claims to be him.
Yeah, you flip over the body, and you recognize this corpse as Jackson, the real Jackson.
Command us to Atrium.
Ark, what was that?
Command us to Atrium.
Oh, okay, yeah. You hear Kanave's voice go, "Hello? Yes? Is everything all right?"
Sabotage.
Okay.
Someone was impersonating comms officer Jackson.
Oh.
He's been dead quite a while, it seems.
Shit.
And led the plants here. The plant zombies here.
And it's
Oh,
not
Oh, shit.
They could still be on board, getting
Oh,
ready to escape.
Oh.
This was timestamped 2 minutes ago.
We're in pursuit.
Okay.
I'm putting the. I have the guard's key card. I'm gonna put it back on lockdown.
You
do.
can't do that.
Yeah, the engineer's key card.
That
Right.
does, you have to be so you could undo it in the engineering station. Only the commander can put it on lockdown. The engineering, it was like a back door in case, like an emergency, like something happened, the command, like everyone's dead and they need to get in here. That was a back door into it. Only the commander can put it into lockdown. You might be able to do it back in engineering station,
You know
but
what?
not up here.
I have a better idea. I'm gonna contact. Who's in charge now? What's the guy's name?
Would still be the commander
Still
that
be
we
the
can't
commander.
find. So Shaw was thinking about that. Shots is like, computer, where's the commander?
Sure. If you do that, you enter it in. It pulls up a map, and it'll blip inside the commander's office, which is the room you haven't been into yet.
I run into that room and I'm grabbing his credentials.
Sure. You go to that room. You open the door. You see the commander. He's a human man, older, very stern, sort of like corporate security guy who sort of rose through the ranks. He's head down on his desk. Every once in a while, he lifts his head up and kind of hits his head against the desk. Still alive.
Still alive.
Still alive.
Does he look? He looks in. What?
His head is down. He kind of lifts his head up every once in a while and hits his head. You see there's a pool of blood sort of go. He's been doing this for a while, apparently.
Okay. Doctor, this guy needs your help, and I'm gonna take his key card and take access or take control of the station. And I'm gonna pull up security cameras, put doors on lockdown to keep the people safe from whatever this thing is. That could still be here, and I am going to find out where he's located. Because security stuff is my shit.
As you approach the commander, he lifts his head up, blood like coming down, his eyes are bloodshot, and he looks at you and says, "I failed." Then he smiles, says, "So why don't you join us in bliss?" Takes a gun, shoots himself in the head. Oh, so sorry. Trigger warning: suicide. I forgot. Guy kills him. Yeah.
Okay. Doctor, I think he's beyond saving.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Doctor, do you think he's gonna pull through?
I continue doing the other stuff I said
You
I was
do
going to do.
other things. Yeah. You go up to this guy. You take his key card. And you're gonna hate me for this. So you realize it's just you have to get Captain Tully up here to do that now.
I shoot the DM.
Oh no!
Shoot the DM. This is just
call
Alright,
down
DM.
the Tully.
Yeah, I calm down
Archer
to
asked the
Tully,
question.
Yeah.
and I say, Captain Tully, you're commander now. I need your credentials to get into the security system.
Ark, I think you were going to say something, and then Rin.
No, I was just saying Ark was trying to say something.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I want to.
Yeah,
circle
so-
back to that.
You said the command nest was like full of blood and pools of blood strewn about.
Yeah, a lot of it's dried, and it stinks
Yes.
in here. That's
I
fine though.
was hoping I could kind of like look around, see if there's maybe some kind of footwear to see if there's whatever was impersonating Jackson might have not been human.
Sure, roll survival. That's definitely up your alley. That's definitely a shit you do.
I just want to double check, see if I get something special.
I think you have a +1 to survival, because of your colonist background.
All right.
Ten.
Wow.
With a
Lucky
10,
thing.
look around. I will say it's actually not that high DC, honestly, because there's a lot of blood. Someone was barefoot walking around here, and it's humanoid. It's humanoid. It's foot, arch, toes. heal,
But he was walking around barefoot.
which is weird. That is weird. But
That could
something
also just be an eccentric human.
could be an eccentric human. Looking around, doing a quick once over. No one in here is not wearing shoes. Everyone here appears to be wearing shoes. You're on the command nest. They probably were required to wear shoes.
Someone was walking here barefoot.
That's strange.
Probably the same thing that ripped that guy's arm off.
I'm inclined to agree.
After a couple minutes, Tully does emerge. Tully's looking a little bit better. He was further down the disease track than you were. He's covered a little bit. He's kind of slow, kind of breathing very heavy.
Oh, he doesn't need to get up. He just needs to give me his credentials.
Yeah, he has to be there to do that.
He can tell me.
He has a card that, like,
Biometrics.
yeah, he's the whole security system.
Someone else who's healthy can bring it to me.
That
That would have been a smarter idea.
He wanted to do this.
Okay.
Yeah, he goes over. He's first off takes a second to be like, all my friends are dead.
Whoa, we're standing right here.
Yeah, she says, I meant, you know what? Not right now, Kusumi. And goes over to one of the security terminals, and punches it in, and begins to search the place. He also pulls up and sort of puts on a different screen, the security footage, and gives you access to it so you can scroll through it and see what happened here. And we get to scroll backwards. And just before you guys, it's pretty spotty, but just before you guys, just after your conversation with Jackson, with the fake Jackson earlier, and back down in engineering, you see a guy leaning over the computer where the real Jackson is. Appears human-ish, very tall, very slender. These kind of long, pointed ears, his very long, like, black hair. Wearing clothes that seem to be made out of leaves. And is speaking over the microphone. You go back further and you see this guy again, this tall, slender, these long pointed ears, weird leafy clothing, sort of stalking around the room, clearly upset, angry. Unfortunately, a lot of the audio is corrupted. You can't really make out what he's saying anything. Rewind some further. You see him once again talking.
First thing I want to do is not rewind, but go forward and see where he went.
He left. He left the room.
Where?
Towards, actually, there's only one way out of here.
Like, where in the station? Like, is there cameras?
Oh, you
around
want to
the
try to
station?
find him?
Yes.
Sure thing. Yeah, my bad.
He's on the loose there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't care what he was doing right now.
How for you know what? I'll give it to you. You have full access to it.
Oh, hey, we're over stop time. Sorry.
Okay.
We're
Sure.
10 minutes over. I wasn't even watching the clock.
Sweet. Excellent. I'll finish this up. You guys will know what happened. He leaves the command nest, goes over to one of the portals, not a portal, but a porthole, like you can, like a window. Stands. See him take a breath. At this point, less interference. You can hear him say, "What the fuck am I going to do out here?" Snaps his fingers. There's a flash. Interference. You can't see anything. Comes back. He's gone. Don't know where it went. You're assuming he's magical.
Oh no, we have a queue.
Yeah. You begin to think that perhaps the portal downstairs was interfering with its own teleportation.
Well, you know what? I'm just gonna have to negate his powers by sundering him.
I'll just negate his life. That's fine.
Yeah. I'll just take him in my hands and break him like I did the portal.
Mm-hmm. This is what I do. I
I
break
shall
portals with my
sunder
hands.
him upon the rocks that is my fist.
Cut to 48 games later where she's strangling this thing to death. I told you I'd do it!
Oh. Yep. So that is the end of the episode of Into the Void. Join us
Yeah.
next week to learn how our intrepid band of mercenaries and mechanics and a doctor and a just a normal guy who's just a hunter.
Normal
That's
guy.
that's what Glint is. Just a hunter, which is I love.
He's a hunter, but he's also an android.
He's also a robot, but
He's a guy hunter. He hunts the guys.
yeah, check out Grinding
Nowadays.
Coffee. Oh yeah, check out Grinding Coffee Co. Make great coffee. And anything else anyone wants to talk about before we punch out and leave?
No.
Beautiful. All right.
I do have one thing to say.
Yes.
Told you so. Pay out.
We didn't make a bet.
We didn't bet. We were very willing to humor the idea.
Shots
We also didn't
immediately
say you were wrong.
You did.
Shots immediately throws you just do 5 credits. Like,
There we go.
there you go.
One more thing before we leave. Guys level up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yay! Level 2. Slightly more health and I think a feat.
That's
level
weapon
3.
specialization feat, I think.
Yeah, for most everybody, it's level 3 because it's like 1. Actually, no, it's like 1, 3, 5, 7, something like that.
I think level 2, everyone gets a weapon specialization feat, so you can pick a weapon you like and can stick with it.
I get an operative exploit.
Ooh, sexy.
Oh,
But
I
that's
get
it. Bye bye.
Serums.
All right,
Are we still
guys.
live?
Bye.
No, we'll wrap it up right